I am kinda jumping the gun on calling this a post-mortem since at the time of uploading this video, Ludum 43 hasn't even finished yet. But hey, I already finished my submission, and based on my schedule of uploading a video every 3 days, this is the best time slot to make this one. So for those of you who don't know, the theme was sacrifices must be made. Now I spent maybe a couple of hours in a word processor jotting down some ideas, and soon enough I came up with the idea that the player should protect a small population of people from a bunch of oncoming enemies, but they can sacrifice a member of the population to get stronger. And that's the premise of my submission. You kinda have to balance having citizens to protect with your own power, and obviously if they all get killed or sacrificed, then the game's over. Naturally, for scaling purposes, the enemies do get progressively stronger as the game goes on. They get more health, and they get faster. So, how did the development go? Well, I originally intended for the art to be a bit more interesting and varied than it ended up being. I thought, hey, I can do medium quality pixel art in a relatively short amount of time, so why not? However, by the time I put pixel to computer screen, I ended up with some real minimalistic sprites. Now this proved to not even really be an issue since it looks perfectly presentable, and on top of that it only took me like an hour to create all of the assets. Now as for code, there was a bunch of algorithmic type programming, which is my absolute favourite type of programming. For instance, moving the selection cursor between citizens to determine which one to sacrifice was real fun to program. However, I did spend like an hour working through one annoying bug, which in retrospect was way more time than I should have spent on it. Another nice one was determining how the citizens should wander around. I went through a few really complicated solutions until the really simple generate a random point to walk towards, and then once they reach that point just generate a new one. That system just popped in my head, so I did that one, and it's way easier. I don't know why I was trying to do like navigation nodes and everything. It's just a box, you don't need any navigation stuff. Overall, I'm really pleased with this Ludum submission, I gotta say. It's probably one of the best ones that I've done insofar as its design goes. It's probably got the most replay value, and miraculously the music turned out sounding pretty decent. This is for the first time since that one music track from Mushroom the Ruckus. I can't remember what it's called, and I'm too lazy to go back and check, but it was pretty good, and if anybody, I suspect if you know about Mushroom the Ruckus, or you were following me during the time when I was making that game and you investigated my SoundCloud a bit, you probably know which one I'm talking about, because it was uncharacteristically good. I also feel like in this Ludum Dare, I paced it way better. Previously, I'd have like almost the whole game finished on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'd only have audio and a few tweaks left to do. This time it was much closer to a 50-50 split, probably on account of how much work I had to put into this one, as compared to my previous Ludum Dare games. All in all, this totaled to about 16 hours of work over 2 days. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos about games that I make, some of which are Ludum Dare games, about once every 4 months, but this time it's going to be like 6 months from now, I think, because they're changing the schedule from 3 times a year to 2 times a year. There's a fun fact. And other games which are like real proper big games that you should buy and give me money for, and please just give me money. I want the money. I made the game, I did my part of the deal, I upheld my end of the bargain. Okay, goodbye. Alright, so because I can't remember to self-promote to save my life, I have to add this bit on the end separately, so feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. Do all that stuff that's good for the YouTube algorithms and by extension me. Also, I have a Patreon, so you can get beta copies of Warp Tech for only $1 a month if you so desire. The link to that is, of course, in the description, you complete and absolute gremlin people.